Test.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
There it is.
Check.
I chose the wrong one. Sorry about that, folks. You on YouTube will have the audio, so don't worry about it. Twitch, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Dave,
nice.
Dave was just
That's
saying
good.
how much
That's
he
good to
hated
know.
you guys. So.
Good thing you caught that.
Yeah, well, now I'm like really anal about watching that shit.
Nice.
At this
nice.
point.
Yeah.
Anyways, folks, if you're new here, this is the Producer Lounge. We're gonna dig deep on some production things.
Yeah.
If you're not new, or if you're listening on that treadmill, get it, girl.
Get it.
Get it.
Work those thighs.
Or don't forget to stay healthy.
Stay
Um,
healthy.
I can't help it. We love you, RFK.
Take vaccines.
McDonald's used to be made with tallow fat. It did, though. And I bet those fries were fire. Can you imagine that?
My God.
Fries fucking deep fried in tallow fat? Oh.
What is tallow fat?
Beef.
Beef fat.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, son.
Oh, my God.
So good.
That sounds good. Yeah.
Anyways,
Anyway.
big ups, you guys. How's the DAW been lately?
Good.
Yeah. Things have been sweet on my end also.
Fuck yeah.
How long is it? Maybe a month and a half ago or something, I released my EP.
Oh, let's go. Big ups.
Right. And it's crazy, like, the amount of people that have just hit me up for, like, shows and doing all this shit. And, like, artists are playing my stuff out at festivals and all this weird shit. It feels insane. It feels fucking insane. And I don't know what is really different because, like, every other song I've released, I've been like, yeah, this is the one where it's like, something's going to happen. And nothing happens.
Yeah.
And this one, I was like, well, nothing's happened before. I'll just throw it up. Let's see. And then for no reason, this one's just like,
Yeah.
so,
Bearing your soul in the podcast here.
I know, right? But it's kind of a nice, like, I'm leveling up a little bit,
Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah.
right?
Let's go.
And
Deserve it. Yahweh, the chosen one.
Let's
true.
go. Thank you, boy.
That's how we say it.
Let's go. But honestly, I think a lot of just the podcast and like talking with you guys every week, like there's no way that hasn't done something to just, oh, I had this concept and you guys were like, oh, but think about it this way and play with it that way.
Same, for sure.
Totally.
Mm-hmm. And it's kind of sick because everyone watching, if anyone watches like the previous episodes up until this point, they get to all see us kind of progress into this thing.
Change
you know?
our
Yeah, they
fucking
get to-
minds.
Yeah.
See the arc of our characters.
Yeah, which is sick, which is
Our character.
that's a thing that's like not really recorded. That's not like a thing that you really get to see with a lot of artists.
Sure.
Like
sure,
you get
sure.
to see some sort of face value where it's like Skrillex blew up when he was like 20, and you get to see his like tweets here and there and his like whatever thing here and there, but you don't really get to see like the process and like, oh, I did this first thing and like
Right. I mean,
whatever.
if this podcast, well, I should say, when this podcast,
Very politically correct there.
yeah, when this podcast explodes and Always 400 becomes top tier production royalty, it'll be fun for people to like watch and be like, oh, I can like watch an episode from fucking
Look at these nerds.
2022. Like, what the fuck?
That'll be so sick,
like,
right?
yeah.
They're gonna clip this exact moment.
It kind of
And
makes
like,
it makes me sad because I'm not on that part because I would love that of like my favorite artists to be like, oh, I can go back 10 years and see them when they were just
I mean, Mr. Bill's a
figuring
good
shit
one.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
know,
He is a good
he's
one.
fucking dope as fuck,
Yeah.
and you could go deep into fucking
Yeah,
some
like
Mr. Bill
Some
videos.
2011, 2012.
And that shit will be good still.
Yeah, it's very IDM-y way back in the day, but it
Yeah.
is really good. There's lots
Yeah.
of good nugs.
Oh, yeah.
One of our previous guests, you guys will enjoy this, hit me up today, and he was all excited. He's like, yo, you guys, the 400 pod inspired me to start a podcast.
Aw. Do we
Oh,
get to be
yeah.
on it?
And he said, that was like one of the first things he said. He was like, if you guys are down, like we need to do some collaborations with it to
Hell
some
yeah.
degree, whatever that means. But
Nice.
I'll tell you guys who it is after, but I don't want to spoil anything
Yeah.
now.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, but that was a fun
Exclusive.
little DM to wake up to.
Yeah,
That's
that's
sick.
fun. I always want to be on other people's podcasts.
I
Like,
know.
want,
We'll be on your podcast, John. We know we inspired you.
Thanks, John.
Imagine.
The John cast.
It's called Restraints,
The-
a BDSM journey. It's not even about music production. It's like,
It's about his sex dungeon.
Other side.
yeah, exactly. But I mean, I wanted to get on the Real House Cats or the Real Housewives
That's hot.
of Denver. Yeah,
We
yeah.
literally talked about that.
Yeah.
We were all down and we confirmed, and then it just like
And then it just like nothing happened.
Yeah.
They never gave us a date or anything. I was super bummed. I don't even know if they do that podcast anymore.
mm,
I have no clue.
that would have been fun.
Yeah, that would have been hella fun. Hella.
Hell.
Well, in other news,
In other news,
Killer Hearts just came out with Filter Table.
Our biggest sponsor.
God.
Shout out Kilohearts.
Shout out Kilohearts. That's crazy.
Do you want to
Filter
look at
Table
it?
is
I
amazing.
do want to look at it. Is that what you wanted to pull up?
Mhm.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. I haven't seen anything about it.
Oh
But
my god.
I'm in a, for those who don't know, I'm in a super elitist secret group chat with a bunch of sick producers, and they were all losing their shit over it. AKA just a bunch of nerds. But they were
An
literally,
elite.
yeah.
Elite.
It's called the Tipper Wannabe Support Group.
Tipper wannabe support group. Of course.
I mean,
And
it's sick as fuck.
it sounds.
They should
it
be
sounds so sick.
they should be losing their shit over it.
Mm-hmm.
It's so cool.
It's pretty gross.
I love that. Kilohertz is just like, how do we wavetable everything?
Yeah.
How
I
many
mean,
things can we?
We've been
wavetable?
wanting this for a long time.
They came out with
You can apply a
um,
wavetable to it.
they
Yeah,
came
that's-
out with Shaper table, which is like
Mm-hmm.
a distortion wavetable.
Yeah, it's a
and,
wave shaper.
I
that
fucking
is a wavetable
love
wave
that thing.
shaper.
Um,
Yeah, that thing's cool because you can sit there and just select through all the different shapes, go and flip through them,
Yes.
see where you find like one that just like tickles it nicely.
So with this, can you customize the filters where you can like create two filters and have it auto warp through it, or is it just presets for the filter?
I'm saying you can make your own.
You can make your own. Okay.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It will just recognize wavetables.
yeah, you can just throw any wavetable in and it becomes a filter.
That's so weird.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking nasty.
It's so weird.
Sorry, guys, I'm just trying to find a good.
Can you like
Bass sound.
Yeah, I
Yeah, you
had
can find a
one
good
that
one.
I wanted to use, and now I can't remember what it's called.
instantly my brain goes to like you could create some really cool like formant filters and valve filters with this.
Totally. You
Have it-
definitely can do that.
Dude, yeah. Have it naturally warp into like some sort of phrase. Oh,
Yeah, and you have an idea of how to make wavetables. So
mm-hmm.
it gives you more
Oh,
flexibility
my
in
God.
that way. You can
Yeah.
make your own filters.
When you're on like Glorklunks level or even have a basic understanding like me, like dude, you could get creative with it.
Maybe this one?
Hot tub wub.
Hot tub.
Oh,
That's cool enough, I guess.
yeah, that works.
Let's get rid of this filter and let's just bring it in here.
I always love that you
Filter
have the
table.
pink skin.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice.
I had like a crazy one, and it just made my CPU go nuts. And I was like, I need to calm it down, and so I just
Mhm.
made a pink one.
Mhm.
So here's just the filter, and then now it's instantly a
That's
comb.
a comb.
Let's
Oh, that's
automate
so
it
weird
here.
to look at.
Sick ass melody, bro.
Let's put just an LFO on the thing so we can have some fuckery. Hey.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Uh,
Yeah, just turn it off.
no, it still retriggers.
It's right click the arrow.
Yeah, you got to right click it. It took me so long
Yeah.
to figure this out.
Oh, no. Hot tip.
Oh wait,
Mm.
I don't want never.
Why not?
Because then it won't trigger at all.
Why is that even an option?
Wait, what? Should just be going.
Here, let's do the smart thing here. We're gonna map that to the macro, and then we're gonna throw this up here real quick. Sorry guys, you can't see it, but we're just gonna bring in an LFO in Bitwig, and then click this macro, and just do that. And then let's bring it back down here.
So the peeps can see it.
It's fucking
Crazy.
wily, dude.
Yeah.
And it's got linear fucking phase, which
No
is fucking
shit.
nasty.
Also the raw.
How?
Also
The
the
raw is
raw
sick.
goes hard. Raw gives like pitchy effects to it.
Weird. Okay. And then what was the fourth one? There's another one.
There's original, minimal.
Minimal, linear, original, and raw.
Weird.
I think
What the
raw
fuck?
and linear are my favorites
Same.
for sure.
Okay.
But it like pitches it all fucking crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. And then what are the other presets for it?
I
Are
mean,
those all presets for it?
these are all
Wavetables.
the wavetables you have, so you can use any wavetable.
I see.
It doesn't
okay.
really matter.
Okay. That hurts my brain. So with
It's
the
fucking weird.
wavetable, what is it it's not focusing on like the shape of
The wave itself.
the wave itself, right? So it's focusing on
It's probably
the frequencies?
focusing on the frequency content. within
Okay.
it.
And just creates peaks and
So
valleys.
what
based
I would
off that.
assume if you make a filter, like a filtered saw or something like that, and then you make a wavetable from the like printed version of whatever that is, like a wub,
Mhm.
then it'll give you like that filter representation of some. I don't know exactly.
It's something like that.
I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah. This plugin is so
Interesting.
fucking sick. Yeah,
Yeah,
here
we
we
do
go.
just a saw.
Saw wave is good
There we go.
because you get a real good representation of what's happening
I mean-
with the saw wave.
It sounds so good.
It
Yeah,
really does.
That's a filter.
That
See, it
one's
has
got
like
some,
that
like,
audio, like
pitch driftiness.
pitch drift. Yeah, pitch drift, which it's way more aggressive than that, obviously,
Yeah. Yeah.
because with the raw mode, it just it does weird pitchy shit to it,
Okay.
which I fucking love that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That could be sweet.
It is just, it's like flavor. When you go and push the raw button, you're like, let's see if it did something cool.
Mm,
You
Do we
know?
want this kind of spice?
Like
Let's just,
it might be
let's taste it.
doing something neat.
Yeah. Okay, so you can't like draw your own custom filter shapes though. You can only import wavetables.
Well, you can make a wavetable with something
You know
else
how to
and
make a
just-
wavetable.
and just import it.
That's a fun.
It's just
challenge.
drawing from your wavetable
Drawing from the wavetable.
stuff that you have.
So
Make
Yeah,
it
like the
squelch.
spectral shit's crazy.
okay, yeah, some shit like that. Okay, that's what my filters would look like then. Let's go. Did you download any of my wavetables by chance?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, can we? Hold on. If you have them, cool. If not, whatever.
Sounds crazy.
It's just
It will
every
probably
single one is
Kinda
random.
just sound like that.
I don't think I have them downloaded. We have to
Okay, that's fine. We don't
spend the
need
time to go to pCloud and stuff. But
If you go into the wavetables or and go user,
How many there are?
nothing.
0.
Okay. Well, never mind then.
Oh, brass. This is such a weird concept. What the fuck?
Dude, I've been wanting this since the beginning of time.
Dude, it's so good.
You came out of the womb and you're like, "Where's my?"
I was
filter
like,
table
I
at?"
need a fucking table filter.
And then you fucking throw on the shaper table.
That's a thing too.
Yep.
Is that new?
We were talking about it.
Oh my god.
It is pretty new.
What the fuck?
And I'm pretty sure you could just use all the same ones.
Yep.
It's just because I can go to the filters. So what are we using? Edric notches or something in spectral? No, in performance? No. Where are we?
Where are you?
Performance, yeah.
You're in spectral.
Go up one.
Oh, thank you. There we go. So if we use the same table for both.
Oh, so it distorts it. Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, it distorts it based on
It's kind of a fucking weird move.
That is a super.
To use
cool
the
move.
same fucking thing for both.
Yeah. Can you set up some sort of macro?
It kind of feels like it just so happens to be a really good one.
Yeah.
Oh, just a fucking sub?
And then let's throw another filter table on here
Okay. Yeah.
and fucking put an LFO on here.
LaFoe it.
LaFoe it, dude. Actually, this should be before the distortion.
It's just hitting the distortion like
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah, it's just-
It's so loud.
Oh, the pitch drifty one. Yeah. Oh. Getting a bit squishy.
Dude, this is a sound designing machine.
Yeah.
Dude,
Do a high
what
pitched
the
noise.
fuck?
Where is it?
I mean, not noise, but
No,
yeah.
I know, but I want noise. Because it's going to fill out the free frequencies.
Oh shit. That goes hard.
Now it's like making a rhythm.
Yeah.
Let's put this one on. This is the same thing.
Oh. That sounds nice.
Folks, if you're not wearing headphones, I'm sorry. It's not as good. Because having that bottom end is sick.
Mm.
Put like a fucking... Sounds sick as fuck. Yeah, these things are nasty.
Yep.
It's...
Yeah. I've been fucking with them a whole bunch.
Dude, you
Just
gotta listen
trying
to the sound.
to dial in.
Sorry, the goat was screaming. I had to deal with it. My bad.
This is...
Oh, I like it up there.
This is the same wavetable on the on a filter, on a shaper, and another filter.
Just triple threat.
Can we add another? Dude, I am Virtual Riot right now.
You're
dude.
basically virtual, right? Yeah.
Dude, it's a bass sound
God.
inception, bro. Square wave.
feel like it sounds like it's just shitting its pants when you go to the saw wave. Is that like G. Jones-ish or something?
Yeah, dude.
We're going that territory?
It needs like
You know what it needs?
it needs
a
more.
shaper
It needs
table.
even...
Oh, that's what we just did. It needs a filter table.
A filter
obviously.
table, you're right.
Yeah.
But we need to put it on Formants.
More
Eldritch.
formants, dude. Oh my god.
It needs one more thing.
It's like it's in a weird spectral plastic
Reverb.
tube.
Yeah. It's probably gonna need another shaper table after this.
Probably. Okay, so I'm assuming you could just use those in Snap Heap also, right?
Yeah,
So you could just
yeah.
do like multi-band
Yep.
versions of this.
I mean, you know what we could do is we could add a shaper table.
Goes in this
Post.
square hole.
Wait, I think we need the
Formant.
Yeah, I think.
filters, Formant, Eldritch.
Yeah. Why does it sound sick as
It
fuck?
sounds sick.
Little Texas, where you at? Oh.
What?
What if you hold it and then like pitch
Why?
the signal into it? How much is that gonna just
Ooh,
annihilate it?
good. I like that.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh, it makes it more sick. What are you doing? Oh, pitching it down.
Yeah. The reverb's a little much.
Hellfire music.
Guys,
Dude, that's a perfectly good sound for the sample pack right there.
right.
Call it episode fucking 183 sound.
Hellfire bass.
Player bass. Here's the whole fucking preset.
Oh.
What is that?
That's
breaking.
50 shaper tables right there.
Yeah.
That's what that is on the same setting.
Fun.
Oh. Oh.
It's fucking ridiculous. All right. And anyways, shout
We
out
digress.
Kill Arts. Yeah, I mean, it
Shout
speaks
out
for
Kill
itself.
Arts. Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah.
I mean, we could just slowly turn these off.
Go back to root. Ooh.
I mean, come on.
Why are they all good?
I know they're all of those sounded great.
This is just a foghorn waiting to happen.
Yeah, move that one. Oh god.
Yo, dude.
Weird like
Dude, we're
big
making
crushy
atmospheres
reverb
up in
throw.
here, my dude.
That's how we do it, dude.
Holy shit, dude. You just gotta
400
fucking
style.
destroy every fucking sound. Put a little reverb on there. Fucking it goes forever, dude.
This is so cool.
Honestly, none of the sounds that I've fucked with so far have sounded this cool.
Oh shit! Really?
I always make better sounds when I'm on the pod. When I'm alone, I can't do this. It's impossible. But here we're just
It's
screwing
so
around,
annoying.
and yeah, it's immediate.
So fucking annoying.
Which let's
how
just
easy was
let's just
that? Is
go
that how
ahead and-
everybody else does it?
Yeah.
Right.
They just like throw it in there and they're like,
Hellfire.
cool, fucking perfect
Hellfire.
sounds.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hellfire.
Perfect.
184.
Oh, is it 184?
Actually, I should say EP 184 because otherwise I'm going to be like tempo.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Author TPL.
Nice. I love it. I love that. That's so good.
It's fucking nasty.
So then you combine that with their LFO tables and then just get even more
Right.
weird movements with the fucking Eldritch notch. Eldritch? Isn't that that gives me like Skyrim, like Norse fucking, is that vibe? What is Eldritch?
Something like that.
Something like that, right? It's that
Something
vibe.
like that, yeah. Yeah, let's see. Filters, performance. Eldritch. Let's map that to something interesting, like him.
Let's go.
Oh wait, we got to change this to. Oh, that is raw. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which one's not raw? Oh, they're both raw. Okay, cool.
It sounded like super spectrally.
It's so gross, dude.
Yeah. That's insane. The Hellfire ambient pack.
Coming to a Patreon near you guys. Big sheesh. So yeah, Kilohearts is amazing.
Yep.
Shout out them. I'm sure a lot of it is going to be on sale this Black Friday.
Oh wait. Can you use those as a standalone?
Yes.
Remember I just used one.
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
Okay. Oh my god.
Of course, that's the shaper table, but the filter table works just as well.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I was also excited about because I can still use.
Insane.
You can use whatever that other shitty synth is called.
I can't even imagine. What is chaotic? And then color. What is? I wonder, what is their
Serum.
Chroma Sweep.
Octava, Harmonic Bloom. I like these names. It's right up my alley.
Just names I'm going to name my next songs. Just going to copy these.
I like that the high end gets so complex. It's
Yeah,
just a white
it's
block.
just a white block. Harmonic Bloom.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to imagine these spectral.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry about your ears, guys.
Dude, sick, dude.
So sick, dude. That's fun.
Ooh, some squeakies.
Some squeaky voice.
Ah, it's rare you get a good squeaky.
Eldritch Notch. I love that.
Anyways,
This just happened like a few days ago.
Yeah.
Kilohearts is on some shit. They're pushing
Yeah.
boundaries.
They also make their own shit.
Yeah.
yeah,
Respect.
Kilohearts makes all their own fucking shit.
and it like
Respect.
I've never
Yeah.
had it crash. I've never had like a crazy issue.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I have either.
Faceplant, because it's so robust, it can be kind of CPU intensive if you're
True.
going super ham.
Can be a thick boy.
Yeah, but it's not hard to not make it a thick boy. I mean, has a lot of shit happening, and it's not that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't honestly use it very much because I'm in Bitwig. I got all my fucking LFOs and shirt happening after the fact anyway.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean...
I am destroying my CPU, but that's another
Mm-hmm.
issue for another day. I am loving this fucking
I
thing so
digress.
much. So much. I've been just peppering it into every single sound that I make right now.
Same.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
it's like, even for a like a more high-pitched sound or something, because I've been basically making mud pies for any kind of lead, mid-range kind of melodic sound that I'm doing. Something like this is really nice because you can kind of have it on a random, providing different like angles, and then throw a melody through it and like try and find little spots where it kind of sings later on, which is really nice. I've been enjoying that.
I've been playing around with my mud pie game a little bit, where usually it'll just be like a continuous sound, like full noise happening the entire time.
Yeah.
And I've been playing with this new device by Dank Sauce, if you guys know that guy.
No, but shout out.
Yeah, shout out Dank Sauce. He's fucking killing it right now. I can't remember the name of it, unfortunately. But it's basically every time you hit a MIDI note in your Max for Live device, whatever you have assigned to the device will just trigger another random position. So it's very binary. It just goes from like 0 to 25, and then you hit another MIDI note, and it's like 75.
Yeah.
You hit another
Yeah.
64. It's like...
Yep.
So it just holds still. It's not like an LFO in that way where it's constantly moving.
Right.
So I've been playing with that and making my mud pies just like one-shots and just letting it breathe a little bit. So I also have a lot of it assigned to like the decay length or release length. So some of them are short and some of them are tight.
Right.
But then there's other effects happening, like a spectral delay or like a reverb or a chorus. So like sometimes it's longer or shorter. But it's kind of nice just having like a single one shot where you're like, that's just the sound. Here's the little tail. Like, use it if you want.
Right.
It's not like a whole like
that's cool.
morphing, evolving kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice.
Yeah, if I want to do some modulation like that in Bitwig, I just use a random on note mode. So whenever the MIDI note hits, it does its thing again. And then you just put it on like 0 hertz speed.
Right.
Oh, okay.
And then it will just sit wherever it is.
It just chills
Yeah.
to the position.
Every time you hit a note, it starts in a new position, but then it just stays there.
Damn, and that's just native Bitwig.
Yeah, and then you
It's
can
crazy.
You could just go really slow and have it just smoothly going to a new position, which will give you a little bit of movement or something like that.
Right. Yeah, another fun thing that I've done with mud pies is I'll make a mud pie and then I'll take all the post-processing and just throw it on an audio channel and then just throw in a shitload of random samples, snares, impacts, like whatever, and just let it have its fun. And that's a pretty good time.
Yeah, it's an effect racked mud pie.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's like just throw anything in there, see what happens.
Yeah.
It'll make some fun snares, that's for sure.
Totally.
Fun fills, fun random whatever.
Right.
Yeah, that is fun dropping a bunch of random shit on one effect rack. It's a headspace for sure.
Yeah.
You're like in your head being like, what would be the good thing to put on this for everything to kind of have a thing? Although I'm sure usually it's like, well, this effect rack is killing the motherfucker out of this thing.
Yeah.
Let me see what other sounds sound cool on this.
A lot
Right.
will. A lot will sound like dog shit.
Less
but-
planning on it, more
Yeah, exactly.
winding up in a spot where you're like, this sounds fine, but what if I put other sounds?
Right.
here?
Yeah. What if I go through my sample library and just pick at random?
Get in there.
Such a fucking good fucking audible to throw. yourself at any moment.
Audible.
Yeah.
Well, audible. You're just like, you're making a sound. You're like, it's cool. Still bored.
Yep, I got bored. Let's just suck it.
Start fucking throwing snare sounds down that bitch.
Mhm.
Yeah.
See what happens when I throw a snare in this
Yeah,
hallway.
exactly. It's a foghorn rack, but what happens when
What?
it's a crash cymbal?
Yeah. Oh God, that would scare me.
What happens when it's
Oh.
a crash cymbal pitched down by
Right.
400%?
Yeah. What happens when it's just an artsy piano? You know?
Right, totally.
Shit gets
That'll go
wild.
crazy, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Some dynamic sound.
You could just
right.
throw in a full song.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
So when you're like, I'm just gonna resample
It's
this
not a bad
entire
move.
song. Kicks and all.
What's the last song I downloaded?
Right,
Throw
exactly.
that in
Yeah,
there.
see what happens.
Some random Dr. Dre or some shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, imagine all those through our fucking patch that we just made.
Oh my God.
Of all those.
The Eldrick
That
notch.
sounds sick as fuck. Eldrick,
Dude, I love
Eldrick notch.
Eldrick notch.
I'm gonna be going back to that one.
Yeah, that's
I'm gonna try
that's like
that
a
out
new
in my own
meme of
time.
the podcast now.
It's pretty nasty.
Eldrick notch.
The Eldrick notch.
It sounds so like fantasy
Right.
hardcore.
Right.
You know what we do here, folks? We always throw on the Eldrick notch.
The Eldrick notch.
Performance, filter,
You must
performance,
Distortion.
Eldrick notch.
Yep.
You must travel
Every
through
time.
the old woods and into the Eldrick Notch. And through it you will see the land of Elendil.
I'll find the Eldrick notch.
Yeah.
Bring it back for you.
All
It
right.
contains great power.
It'll make you come.
The greatest power.
Whoa.
What?
You will become
Sheesh.
Skrillex.
What?
The Eldrick Notch fucking make you Skrillex, bro.
It'll make you, dude. You're gonna skrill
When
all
you
over the
find it,
place.
You're gonna
skrill,
sun-
skrill, as they say.
You're gonna sun me more all over the place, dude. Sheesh. Quick shout out to DEFCON Sound for the follow. Thanks, bruh. And
Let's go DEFCON.
Courtney 66.
Courtney.
Courtney.
An hour ago. Dude, we're popping off right now.
Dude.
66. Damn.
Hype train, dude.
Hype train. So I've been playing with this concept.
Please, yes. What's this concept?
I want your guys' thoughts.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
I know. Don't pre-cum too early.
My Eldrick Notch, dude. It's so hard right now. Careful, I might Eldrick Notch all over the place.
So-
you throwing an Eldrick notch into this fucking idea of yours?
Yeah.
Honestly,
All I know is this
honestly-
concept is gonna need an Eldrick notch.
It
Yeah,
has
it's
to. It
gonna
has
need
to.
an Eldrick Notch.
Most things from here on out probably will.
You know what's funny is if we're like mispronouncing that completely.
I know. I'm just following Austin's
hey, me
lead
too.
as if he actually read it because I didn't.
Yeah. No, I think it is. Yeah. I don't know.
Eldritch
Eldritch Notch.
Eldritch.
notches.
I mean, Eldrick. It depends on if it's English or not.
Eldritch.
Eldrick. I feel like Eldrick sounds cooler. Eldrick. Eldritch.
Notch.
I mean, they're both fine.
Eldritch
So
notches.
our nerdy friend, our nerdy buddy, John Leitner, Restraint, calls me up randomly at like 11:30, and he's like, "Dude, I have this weird idea. Is there any merit to it?" And the concept we were playing with is we've been hyped on creating wavetables. So we were like, what if you created two separate wavetables, one dedicated to high end and one dedicated to low end?
Yeah.
So arbitrary number, let's just say like 1,000 hertz and up and 1,000 hertz and below. And if you made 20 versions in your little pack, you could kind of cycle through like, oh, I like these harmonics on the low end, but I want to just change up the sparkle a little bit. I want to change up like that tonality up there. You could just cycle through until something kind of rings. What do you guys think? Is there any merit to that? Are
I
there
think it's
weird issues?
I think it's a pretty cool idea. I would turn them into filters almost immediately.
Throw them in the
And then,
So have a
throw
high
them
filter
in
and a
the
low
old
filter?
filter table.
yeah, and then probably put an
Yeah,
eldritch
throw
notch after it.
Probably gotta get put an
Hang on
eldritch
here.
notch.
We'll get the pronunciation.
Almost. No internet or something?
Why it's not doing its thing. Either way, it means strange or unearthly, eerie,
I love
hideous,
that.
or ghastly.
Oh my god, that's
So,
just
yeah.
describing my music.
What kind of brainiac named that fucking thing?
I know.
It's
who the
some
fuck-
old. It seems like some old English word.
Yeah, some dude's like, I will call this wavetable the Eldritch Knot.
Eldritch.
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 Eldritch. Eldritch.
Why do we have two different voices? What the fuck?
Because this is Webster's dictionary, dude.
Oh, I just got mine on Google. Oh wait, I can do a slow version.
Eldritch.
Eldritch.
Okay, so the Eldritch.
Um.
So Eldritch,
Eldritch
filters separated
notch.
high and low. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's fun. I feel like that's a fun concept to just quickly change tone when you're sending your tone into 20 different Eldritch filters and shapers.
I mean, it's a pretty straightforward concept as far as like
Yeah.
the way a lot of people do bass design in general is they'll have like their mid bass and their low end.
Mm-hmm.
To do 1,000 hertz and up and 1,000 hertz and down, it's like an interesting.
Yeah, it's an interesting
How does
crossover.
that
So
work out?
exactly right. And also that was just my first instinct for a crossover point. I was kind of just like, well,
Yeah, I was in my head. I'm like maybe 800,
yeah. So where what would be the healthy amount?
600.
Because you want enough low end where you can play with the tonality. You don't want
For sure.
you don't want to be stuck with just like four
Totally.
harmonics because that's a little boring, right? So it's like there's some happy medium in there. And also, I guess you could just make packs where you're like, okay, here's the 1,000 and up folder. Here's the 500. Here's the 800.
Right.
Yeah, it could be funny to see how like the high end of like a square wave, for instance, versus the high end of a saw or something,
Mm.
or the low end of the saw.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have the same patch,
Oh shit.
like you have the same patch, but you use a different waveform to get the high end or the low end, and you just have like hard crossovers happening
Yeah. Yeah.
for wherever that spot is. Could be fun, like a fucking square wave high end on like
Yeah.
a saw wave low end.
That's crazy as fuck.
Could be nice, or
Dude.
vice versa.
Yeah.
That's fucking Eldritch as shit.
That's
dude.
Eldritch as fuck, boy.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you, once you do that, throw a little Eldritch notch
Hey.
wave shaper on the end of that thing.
Eldritch as fuck.
Goes crazy.
dude. Yeah, no, I could see that being really interesting.
Right?
Be cool if you had some way to like move the crossover.
I was literally just gonna say that,
You could
especially
automate it.
easily
with
do
the
that
square saw version. Yeah.
easily.
Yeah.
well, yeah,
Uh,
it's just a
you just
part
put
of
a
the wavetable.
Yeah. Oh.
Like-
Making
like
it.
Oh.
across the wavetable, it changes where the crossover is.
Oh, it's built. It's like
Yeah,
it's
it's
baked
built-
into it.
Yeah, so at the front
Oh.
end or at the beginning
That's
of your
fun.
wavetable, the crossover's at 100, and then by the end of the wavetable, it's at like 1200.
Mm-hmm.
So you can like
that's fun.
cycle through it like an Eldritch notch.
If you guys didn't want it to be baked into the wavetable and you still wanted to have some control over it, how would you do it?
I would do a some sort of multi-band type plugin, some sort of splitting algorithm that already exists, and then macro with two separate synthesizers doing
Boom.
the low end and the high end.
Yeah.
That was my thought, right?
And then do the macroing and soloing of one side or the other
yeah,
per thing.
exactly. Like Fab Pro Q,
Yeah.
linear phase
I
mode.
mean, if you're in Bitwig, it's super easy. There's
Mhm.
two different multi-band splitters built in.
Shit. So we could even take this up a notch.
Um,
Instead of just having like one split go through, you could almost make let's imagine like a simple comb or almost even a phaser where it's like
Okay, I'm
fucking.
envisioning.
So let's imagine
gotta-
a simple cone.
okay. I'm imagining.
You know what? We
Ready?
should imagine a simple cone here.
So you have multi filters where it's like the high end is your saw, the mid range would be your square, and then the low range is the saw. So when you're moving it through, you're like filtering out
Right,
just a
right,
specific
right,
set of
right.
harmonics, and you could keep going more intense. So that's where like the comb would come in. A comb would be extreme. Like maybe let's just go like 5 more notches. So like
Right, like a phaser.
yeah, it would be like a
kind of thing,
phaser.
yeah.
So it's like even, odd, even, odd, even, and then it's like moving through the spectrum. Oh, this is weird.
It's very eldritch.
It's very eldritch.
That would be cool, actually.
That would be. I don't think I've ever seen that before. I think we just came up with some sauce on the spot.
Kilohertz, you know what to do.
Kilohertz. I know, kilohertz. Give us that. Make that easy for us to play with.
Hey guys, I need a plugin that does this.
I know y'all are watching.
So, but also, would it even sound good?
You could do this literally in one phase plant.
Could you?
Very, very, very easily. You can
Really?
have a
In one phase?
oscillator going into one lane of effects, the next
Yep.
oscillator going into another lane of effects. Have the crossover between the two,
Macroed.
and you can stack effects within each effects lane, and you have 3 of them. So you could go then into an eldritch notch,
Oh,
wave
Damn
shaper,
it.
shaper table, and then sayonara. It's gonna sound
feel
fucking
like-
sick as fuck, obviously.
Yeah.
We might have to upgrade this to my MIDI thing where it has knobs, because then any one of these could go into an eldritch notch.
It would be funny. It would be funny if we can figure out. We put the fucking filter table, shaper table on there.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Can we just send our
Get the kit
voices into
going.
that also?
Oh my god, I would
Mid,
love
just-
that.
Yeah.
I just want to get the twister, twister
Yeah.
fighter.
That sounds nice.
I wish they made one that had like twisters on like the sides, so you still had the pads, and then you could do like twist its nips.
Mm-hmm.
Kinda
Little,
thing.
little
You
nip
can
twist,
punch
yeah.
the twister though.
Little purple.
Oh, you
nerve
can?
ball.
It's kind of buttons, I think. Maybe.
Oh.
Okay,
Maybe.
maybe
I could be wrong.
he could be wrong.
Well, yeah. I don't know. I feel like that's a fun concept. Splitting wavetables like that. I feel like there's something to it. We haven't figured out the sauce. It's literally been like 2 days since we came up with this, since John came up with it, and we've been playing with it. But I think I don't know. I think that's
Yeah.
fun.
Did you try and attempt it so far?
Oh yeah, yeah. There's a bunch of attempts.
Sorry, guys.
The first 4 were not great. The initial problem I realized is I just made like 4 random sounds, and in that one wavetable I just divided it 1,000 hertz and up, 1,000 hertz below, and made 4 sounds like that. So when I added the high end of the third sound I made with like the first low end sound, it just sounded like it didn't mesh. It wasn't cohesive.
Mhm.
Like it was
Yeah.
very obviously 2 sounds like.
I think you want
Grossly
it to come
merged.
from the same thing, and then
But see, that's where the magic we're
the
trying to
merge
figure
is
out
cool.
That's what we're trying to figure out is like how do you like make it make sense as one sound, but how do you have the ability to like just change the high end
Totally.
tonality, right?
Totally.
That's
Yeah.
where the
Yeah, I
sauce
feel
is.
like it would have to be baked in, at least for now.
Into just one wavetable.
Yeah, and then as you shift through it, it changes the bottom end and the top end to your different
Right.
combos or whatever.
Which does make sense, but the point we're trying to do is like you have the option of like changing it. Where you're like
Inconceivable. No, I
you heard
understand.
here it's impossible.
Um,
It always makes sense to flatten it 100%. You're right.
right, it's just gonna work better.
And that's the thing. We're trying to make
Um,
it like modular. Like,
right,
yeah.
right, without having like a gross crossover that just like
gross crossover.
leaves them not merging very
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, tonality shifts where it's like this one is super all odd harmonics and this one isn't, which can sound cool. Maybe.
And
No,
it
but-
could
Maybe
if,
it does.
it could sound
I don't
cool.
know if that sounds bad or good.
Yeah, I don't know either.
It would work a lot better if the crossover was perfect.
Yeah.
To where at like 1,000 hertz, nothing bleeds.
Yeah.
But there's no way to do that. I mean, even with EQ, with Pro Q, like you can have a brick wall, but then you're dealing with shitloads of phasing issues, and so there's gonna be like some weird buildup happening there between the two of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, it'd be difficult to make that work.
Could use a disperser to figure out the timing.
Yeah.
Sit there and delay the fucking
Yeah.
on the crossover
I mean,
in like a weird way.
I guess you could do that.
Could be
That
fun.
would be
You could
that'd be
also,
quite the endeavor.
in theory, with like with any additive synth where you can control the exact harmonic series, like in Serum, there's the wavetable editor where
Yeah.
you can like
Right.
manually, and Phase Plant
Has that too?
has that as well.
Yep.
But then you have to like manually draw in your stuff, which is like not the best move, I don't think.
Yeah, I'm not.
But that's like the only way I can imagine where you could get a perfect, like there's nothing else below here. I can play with
Right,
these.
right. But then you lose the modularity again because
Yeah.
it's just it's baked in at that point.
Yeah, right. So I don't know. Maybe this is just like a fun dreamers concept,
it's a
but
great
it just
idea.
doesn't make
It's a
sense.
great
It is
idea.
a good idea. I
Everybody
feel like
go send us fucking your version of this.
Yeah, everyone go play with this. Give
That's
us
gonna-
some ideas.
I feel like it's gonna have to come down to coding, which is basically you're gonna make a bespoke plugin that does this.
Oh, we can do that.
You can?
No, AT is actually an amazing coder. Specifically, he
AT is
designs
an
plugins.
amazing
Okay, I didn't know he designed plugins.
Yeah, dude. You didn't know this somehow? Wow.
Damn.
No,
Dude,
but
it's news to me. It's pretty cool.
speaking of news, we
Imagine
got
he had secrets like that.
right.
No, just out
He's
of
like,
nowhere.
I'm actually a world class director.
Will crash quota.
I'm actually a
World
world class
class.
director.
What do we?
I widowy-
Class.
I came up with the Eldritch Knot.
I'm pretty sure I like coding now.
I'm pretty sure.
All right, we got some talks here. Speaking of acoustic,
Okay.
let's go into this third one because it's the one I want to start with.
I was going through.
Oh, a little
and
jazz
all I
on
listened to, like,
Excellent.
I would
Let's react to another podcast. And this is
Podception.
we've talked about this kind of.
I can't wait to react to this motherfucker.
I listened to this today.
Oh, nice.
So this is fresh.
This is just a fun little nug. It's not super technical. We have talked about things like this before on the pod, but
through Icon, and all I'd listen to, like, I would drive to Icon listening to like Excision Shambhala mixes and shit. I would go in and I would try to like replicate the people that I was looking up to, and I would never make any music that I was happy with. And the dude that was my mentor at Icon, he was like, you know, the reason that you don't like any of this is because you're trying to sound like someone else, and they're already them.
right.
So you're never going to beat them at their own game. And I was like, oh, no, that's not what I'm trying to do. Like, I want to sound like them, but like me.
Right.
And he's like, no, you want to sound like them. And when I finally stopped doing that and started making just whatever the fuck was happening, all of those things that I was looking for, like the recognition from the people that I looked up to, all started to happen for music that sounded nothing like them.
Yeah.
I just had to be honest with myself about the intentions that I had for making music, like my whole life, all the way up through Icon, like what my mentor was trying to tell me that whole time that I wouldn't listen to. And I kind of had to look in the mirror and be like, he's right, they're all right, I'm wrong. Like, I've been looking at this the wrong way. You're not thinking about like whose set would this song fit in. Like,
Yeah.
you're not worried about that shit. You're just like, I'm going to puke onto the canvas that is Ableton or Logic or whatever you fucking use. And I'm going to make whatever comes out, and I'm not going to like judge it. And then
Yeah. So basically,
I think
don't.
he just goes Ableton Logic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
White people.
fucking just make your own shit. Don't
Yeah.
be so concerned about trying to sound like anyone or make a certain genre
100%.
or like how do I like I want these people to play my songs. Like just write songs, dude.
This is also the scary thing, though, is like, and not just calling him out, like, but
It's not that eldritch. Come on.
no. It's really easy to say that when you're in an established
Sure.
position as an artist. Like, oh, I just did me and it worked out, man.
Sure.
And he even says that like later in the pod. He's like, I understand like that whole thing, because like there's plenty of people who are like just doing their own thing and like find their own path and have like no traction,
Sure.
right?
Because they're niche as fuck. Like you gotta
I mean, almost everybody is doing their own thing.
Yeah, to a
Right.
degree.
I mean,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I take this with a caveat that you should always have one foot in the past and one foot in the future.
Mm.
Like you should be trying to push the envelope and make your own thing and like, you know, make whatever makes you happy, but you have to like have a little bit of something that people can relate to. Like there has to be a little bit of like, oh, I've heard this kind
For
of thing
sure.
before. I understand
For
what's
sure.
happening. Like you can't just make drum and bass that doesn't sound anything like drum and bass because everybody's gonna be like, what the fuck is happening? Like it has to, you know, have some drum and bass-esque things happening with a bunch of new things,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Mm-hmm. I do totally agree though, where it's like I really he said something where it's like, oh, I'm trying to be this guy, but I'm really not. I'm trying to do it in like my own way. I definitely fucking feel that.
Oh
'Cause,
yeah,
like,
I used to do that shit all the time.
yeah, like Tipper is my guy, of course. And I always feel like every song I make, I'm like, fuck, I just sound like Tipper in like a
I don't think you do.
great value
but
way. That's
no,
good. That's
No,
good.
you definitely sound like you.
Okay, that's sweet.
You've sounded like you for a number of years now.
Ooh,
Yeah,
let's fucking
sure.
go. I still think there's some room, there's some wiggle room.
Always.
Where it's like,
Unless you're just somebody who vaguely knows of Tipper, then you're like, so this is like Tipper.
yeah, right.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're almost
Sure.
more like John than you are like Tipper, but you're also as far away from John as you are from Tipper.
Oh, interesting. Okay, that's cool.
Like Tipper's much more psychedelic than you.
Mhm.
You're much more groovy like John,
Mm,
but John is less squishy.
mm,
So
mhm. I almost have like a weird like rhythm influence in there
Mhm.
too, where it's just more like fuck you, like. Ugh.
yeah, but you still have like the trip hop vibe. Like you're trip hop, but it's not like, you know, there's plenty of room in the trip hop genre for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out Jaws because that
Hey,
is
It's
that's a sick thing to
2024.
say.
We're fractaling our balls off
Yeah,
right now.
That's
100%.
a great point.
100%.
Yeah.
Everything is a goddamn fractal at this point. Like
I think he also
that's
says,
why it's good,
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
because it's a deep fractal.
It's jazz, baby.
Yeah.
Deep
Fuck yeah.
Fractal is a fun name.
Deep fractal.
We can get the
Deep
Eldritch
Fractal.
notch and the Deep Fractal notch.
Oh, dude.
Jaws also says that somewhere in the episode where he's like, everyone's copying someone to a degree. Like, as original as his sound was when he was popping off, like he
it
was
wasn't that
literally
original,
saying,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, I was trying to do this but couldn't, and it just became this, and for some reason people
Yeah.
liked it, and
I
now
feel like
I'm
that's
popular.
That's what you have to do. You like
Mhm.
try to do a thing and then you can't do it because you're not them.
Mm-hmm.
And they did the same thing. They were trying to be someone else and they couldn't, so they made themselves. And then you're like, how did they do that?
Dude, yeah.
Like me and John just listened to the new Turnian, which
oh, new Turnian.
it's fucking I'll play it after this at the smoke. It's fucking retarded. It's
so sick.
it's so stupid.
I had to rewind it on him.
Yeah,
when
yeah.
he showed me
Oh,
the other
no
day. I was
shit.
like, wait.
Play it again.
Play the fucking intro again. I need to hear this.
Let's
Because
go.
the fucking build, like the switch up is stupid.
It's so stupid.
It's fucking
Um,
awesome. Yeah.
And it inspires me, but also makes me feel like a child. Like I'm like,
Waste.
oh, I have no
Mhm.
idea what I'm doing at all. I've wasted 10 years of my life.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But then like I couldn't even make that kind of stuff if I tried.
Yeah.
Like when I try and make Turnian, it turns out in some other weird way, but ends up being pretty cool. I mean, at least a lot of people are like, "Oh, this is sick," and I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool."
It is
Yes.
cool.
You're
Thanks.
like, oh,
thank
it is
God.
okay.
Yeah, it's so
Yeah.
cool.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
Mhm.
I've given up trying to sound like any specific person
That a boy.
because I realized like, yeah, that's not the path.
that's
What
some mastery level thinking.
what you want to do is you just want to take little bits from a bunch of different people.
Mm.
Like I'm not gonna sound like Sleepnet,
Mm.
but I love his production style and I love the riffs he does. So I just like steal riffs and I make them sound, from the time I steal the riff to the time the song is done, you can't tell that it's a Sleepnet riff at all because it's
Yeah.
been morphed and fucking pushed all over the place.
Oh,
Yeah.
It
And now
isn't-
it's my own
isn't
thing.
anymore.
But
at
that's
all.
the jumping off point.
Yeah.
Is I go off the riffs that I think are neat, and a lot of different people have cool ass riffs that I like. You know?
Yeah, just taking the little concepts. There was one that SleepNet did in a Face Dancer. When you first showed me
Yeah,
that,
that one's fucked up.
there's so much fucking insanity about it, but something that really stuck with me is like at the very end, he has just that one bass that's like the most like evolving, just short bass somehow ever. And something that stuck with me was the tail specifically.
Right. It's like,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like the main sound, and then the tail fucking evolves in
you
this
know what
weird
he
way.
used?
What?
An Eldritch Notch.
Yeah.
Probably.
Boom!
Probably, I would guess.
Eldritch Goat. He's the Eldritch God.
He is the Eldritch God, dude.
Oh my god.
That's also known as a demon.
Great Eldritch gods of Noisia.
Demon.
Daemon.
Daemon.
All right. Let's move on to the next talk here.
Wow,
right,
good
let's do
good
it.
find, Caleb. That sparked some
Yeah.
something.
Some discuss.
Yeah.
Did you try removing the snare? Rick Rubin. To try less is to try more. Rick Rubin. What about the vibe? Rick Rubin. I shitted. Rick Rubin.
That was amazing.
So good.
That
Who
was
is this guy?
this dude?
I have no
Who is
idea.
This guy.
The bead necklace and flame
He's got
tattoo
the
on his
chain
chest.
and the bead
Yeah.
necklace going on at the same
All right,
time.
you guys sit down.
And he's a
Keep
guitar
going for my
guy.
favorite song by Darius, Issues 13 and 14 on the D string.
Oh wait, look at what is
I know.
what?
That's it. Thank you guys. All right, you guys
On
sit down.
purpose.
Yeah, this guy's
Fully
fucking.
on purpose,
All
obviously.
right, you
He's
guys
Look at
sit
this
down.
little
My
troll.
Yes.
favorite Maroon 5 song, Moves Like Jagger, Issues B minor 7. E minor 7.
That's S tier.
Folks, if you're just listening in
That's
He
trash.
actually
audio,
fully got us.
I'm sorry.
with that.
but
Fully got us. He just sold himself.
yeah, the band Alibi, ALIBI. Go
You're
check out his
welcome,
TikTok.
the band Alibi.
Yeah,
Alibi?
good
If anybody sees
Alibi?
this,
Alibi.
I
Alibi
hope
is
you
better.
Alibi's better. Joe
Um,
from Alibi.
all right.
I shitted.
Fun
Rick
stuff.
Rubin.
I
I should just any quote. Rick
Yeah.
Rubin. Oh, Caleb, congrats! You hit 30K in your inbox. I've been waiting for that.
Random generator. Let's go.
It makes me laugh so hard.
That's so good.
folks
Wait,
who are
but that's actually
is
real, right?
fucking
Because I feel like
sick
I've
as
seen this
fuck.
guy.
yeah. So he has a contact microphone on a pane of glass, and it's connected to some Max for Live thing on a keyboard.
Yeah, it's just converting it to MIDI input.
Right, and he put a bunch of
Seeds on it.
bird seed on this pane of glass, and the birds are just pecking at it, causing it to just randomly generate notes, and it makes my day.
It gets insane. I feel like I saw a clip from this guy.
Dude, you slow that down. Hey, that's a MIDI mud pie right there.
Oh my god, yeah.
That's a MIDI mud pie. You put that thing. That's a thing I would slap down if I had that MIDI input. I'd slap that down just immediately when I sit down at my computer
Yep.
in a raw DAW and just
Raw
put
dog.
raw DAW, dude. When I fucking raw DAW it,
Dude, when I raw dot, dude.
Raw dot.
dude. And then I put a key filter right after that to where it just hits only D minor or whatever the
Mhm.
fucking
Mhm.
thing is. D minor, yeah, I'm low like that.
Yeah.
Raw on that D
And then,
minor.
yeah,
Mm.
and then you just put a cool sound, slow it down, speed it up, however much you
yep.
need.
So do you always raw daw minors, or do you raw daw some majors as well?
I raw DAW some minors. I will never choose major.
That one took
Sorry,
me a
major.
sec. I didn't get. Yeah, okay.
Folks, this has been the Eldritch episode.
Can we title it "Raw Dying Miners"?
Raw daw, the Eldritch notch.
raw dying Eldritch notch.
Eldritch
Exactly.
Notch, Eldritch Notches, Raw Dying Miners.
We should.
Raw dying minors is a little steep.
That's pretty steep.
Folks,
That might be the one that fucking puts us over the edge, though.
Right.
You know?
well, you should just make
In
a
one
clip
way or another.
of that.
In
You-
one
I'll
way
just-
or another.
That could be
Yeah.
a story clip.
Yeah, I'll just let you clip that one.
Yeah.
Folks, thanks so much for hanging out with us for episode 184, Raw Dawn, The Miners. MINERS.
Yeah.
Okay.
Coal miners.
Yeah, correct.
Mhm.
They might be kids, but they're, they're mining cobalt in the Congo.
Raw dying miner coal miners.
Si, senor.
I don't know why there's Mexicans in the Congo,
Raw
but
dying miner Spanish coal miners.
folks, shout out the Eldritch Notch from Kilohearts. Go get the filter table. It's fucking gross.
This whole podcast was basically just an
I love
ad.
that the idea that Mexicans are also going to the Congo.
Yeah.
They're trying to escape Mexico. We are here, senor. We would like to do some cobalt mining.
Rada.
We would like to round out this cobalt mining, sir. Hey,
Folks, also-
do you have Modelo over here, no?
Big shout out to RFK as well.
Also, shout out Trump. Whether you love him or hate
Fucking
him,
right.
he is in our life for the next 4 years.
That's right.
If you're in America,
Damn.
so let's
Shout out the X-Men.
embrace it. Let's give him our best. Shout out the X-Men.
I mean,
Yeah, it's his crew.
all I can say is shout out Tulsi Gabbard.
Fucking right.
U.S.
Running the intelligence division.
Intelligence.
Yeah, let's
National
go,
intelligence.
All right, folks. On that note, go
Suck
get
it.
yourself an Eldritch Notch.
Oh wait, one more thing. Chef Womp, previous guest of the podcast, dubbed in. They're doing a compilation, and me, AT, AC, and in Vega are all releasing songs on there. I don't know when it's
Nice.
gonna come out, but it's gonna come out. I know. Get ready.
Guys. Hey,
Oh,
studio audience.
you studio audience.
No, big shout out to Dub
Guys, calm
Den.
down.
Shout out Dubbed In. First ever compilation.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Shout out, guys. Love to hear that.
Just play that till the end of it.
Hang on. Let's
Eldritch.
All right, guys. It's just going on its own now.
Enjoy that. He's not even pressing anything.
I'm not. All right, folks. We'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.